approach keeps your project safe and on time. Build better with AECM. Call Tim today at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com. Primetime is also brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure and Spas, etc. It is time to bring a spa to your home. Locations in Minot and Bismarck with a massive inventory and a next-level sales team. They can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. Primetime on PSP Network, brought to you by AE Construction Management, Magic City Home Leisure, and Spas, etc.
To introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Good morning, WDA. We made it. Championship Saturday. Things have formed into something fantastic. I mean, these two championship games on the boys' side, the rematch of the century. No pun intended, by the way. Century versus Bismarck High. Does it get any better than that?
We've been talking about it, the possibility of round three with these two. We're going to get it tonight, and I'm telling you, this place could be jammed for Century and Bismarck High boys.
How about at 8:41? The custodians come out and they're like, hey, we got to lock all these doors. Nobody leaves, nobody comes in, because people are lined up. I mean, that's how big this game is. People are ready from Bismarck already.
I think somebody told me there were people waiting outside at 7:45 a.m. So keep in mind,
The ice houses are out.
the doors open at 9:45.
Right.
So that's a 2-hour wait. It's like a Metallica concert here. I don't know what's going on.
How about the girls' championship? Minot Jets, first half scare against Bismarck High. They righted the ship, though. They find themselves back in the WDA championship. But then the Century Patriot team, they lose Olivia Klimpel, one of their more premier players. Coach Wellstead rounds the troops up, next girl up, and they played fantastic.
They really impressed me yesterday, those youngsters, Schmidt and Thornton and Wellstead, what they did, freshmen coming in. They had, I mean, that's a tall task playing a physical Mandan team, and they responded to the challenge from Coach Wellstead.
Oh, 1,000%. Well, let's take a look at some of those highlights from the girls' action yesterday as Owen's going to cue this up. How about that intro? That's the best. Well, let's take a look at Bismarck versus Minot High. As we said, Bismarck shot the ball extremely well in that first half. Kind of had the Majet fans wondering, oh boy, here we go. The upset might be brewing. And Newman shot the ball extremely well. Here's another one, Bryce.
Yeah, they really, and it was that press kind of had Minot High out of sorts in the beginning there. They really did. And then they settled in. They would get the ball at the middle of that pressure and just start distributing. Rude hits a couple threes in the second half. You see Barch and Knutson make a couple. And then, you know, obviously, oh, well, by the way, you got Lily Bell down low. So, you know, dump it down to her. She was great again in that ball game. But really impressed by the effort by Bismarck High, a team that causes a lot of fits from Minot.
Then we're going to watch Century take on Mandan. Mandan was the 2 seed. As we said, Century arguably the underdogs, out without one of their better players, but it was the outside shooting, like you mentioned, from their perimeter players that really proved their fact.
And they take care of the ball so well, and I said this earlier in the season when I did a game. They might be the best passing team in the WDA. They were terrific distributing it. I talked about the freshman. Tegan Schmidt stepped up big time. Some big time makes from beyond the arc in that semifinal game, and Kinley Thornton was going early, and then Wellstead was attacking, playing downhill, which she does best, and incredible effort by the Pats.
Abby Foslin, she's used to this. I mean, she's
she
used to
is.
this. She's going to go play at University of Mary next year, but they did the same thing last year. Here's this bracket for the rest of the tournament. How about those two playing games? I mean, we're talking some magic, but Majette's first Century in the championship game, do we have an early prediction on that?
I'm calling it. There'd be no prediction. I'm playing that card. I'm just going to enjoy calling the game. I get to do it again this year. I'm spoiled. That's going to be a great one.
Then we have Mandan versus Jamestown. I know we've called the Jamestown ladies a few times. That's going to be a tough matchup for Mandan, just the 2 seed.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's going to see what Jamestown can they get the double-digit makes in 3. They responded yesterday. A little comeback for St. Mary's. That was a big-time win. Macy Newmiller was terrific in that game.
Then we have Bismarck versus Legacy.
Oof.
Oh my!
Little
losers done
in-town rivalry, and I'm telling you, Coach Petrick, he's a staple at that state tournament. They responded very well those last few minutes defensively versus Williston. That was a great game last night.
Our Lady Coyotes, 2 losses in the WDA tournament, combined 6 points, and they're done. They're young. They'll be back. I have to give Coach Shetler his flowers a little bit. I really love the way he coached that game yesterday against the Majettes and how he talks to his girls and just kind of gets them to believe in something. So that game is going to be phenomenal. Do we have a pick in that, or are you playing?
No, I'm
Come on.
No pick.
Come on. Well, let's move on to the boys' side of things. There's a lot of highlights to cover with these guys. I mean, it was high-flying action as well. Let's take a look at that Legacy versus Bismarck High game. Bismarck High doing everything that we thought they would. You see the press, you see the transition, the inside play, and then Artie Carlo played fantastic.
Artie Carlo was on a different level last night. I mean, this team's, their ability to play with that pace, and you're asking the opponents to try and do that for 36 minutes in a basketball game it's tough to do. Bismarck High really looking the part yesterday, all tournament long, I should say.
Weston Scott scared me in the hallway. He had this look in his eyes, and it was his time, and he really proved it. So that'll shape up Bismarck High and Coach Wilhelm looking for that WDA championship. But our next one, Century versus Dickinson. The Mavericks got that first win in the first round since 2015. They were looking for the upset, but it was just Century early and often. They start off with a 16-3 run. Coach Mattern's got the boys playing well.
Those worries about Century when they were in that little funk there towards the end of the season, those are gone. Those are erased. Kinnebrew was terrific in that game. I mean, their defensive pressure. I mean, look at the ball pressure. Century, Bismarck, please do not ask me to pick that one because I can't. I'm not doing it. Well, I haven't picked any, but I'm definitely not picking that one. I'm going to sit there with some roasted almonds and a bag of popcorn, and I'm going to enjoy that one.
Gibson Kinnebrew, 32 points, second most in the second round for points in the game. That shapes up for today, our bracket. Championship game, Bismarck High versus Century. Those 2 playing games. We have Minot High versus Dickinson, and then Mandan versus Legacy. Oh boy. I mean, it's I don't know who to pick. I know you don't as well, but it's just tough. It's tough.
Yeah, a good response by Minot High team that really struggled on Thursdays. Played with a lot of effort and against their crosstown rival in Minot North. So really interested to see that and see if they can try and contain that Dickinson offense. That's going to be interesting. And let's see how Legacy bounces back. I mean, Mandan, a balanced team that really scores. It'd be interesting how they go about guarding Mr. Rubidoux.
That Magi versus Mavericks game has my attention. I mean, it's going to be high-flying points all over the board. We're going to take a short break and have our first guest here on PSP Primetime. He's a new face to North Dakota sports. You're going to want to hear this.
Lunch specials? That's right, $9.99 from 11 to 2. Come dine for just $9.99. Short on time? Order online. Still just $9.99. Stop by and check out Wing City's new menu items as well. Remember, come dine for $9.99. Short on time? Order online. Still only $9.99. Enjoy a lunch so fine for only $9.99. Wing City for the best wings in Bismarck.
Welcome to North Dakota, my friend. Coach Stutz, the head football coach for Bismarck State College. The Mystics are here, and this new football program is here as well. Tell us a little bit about what we should know.
Just excited to be here. The people of North Dakota have been phenomenal. Know the region pretty solid coming from Montana, but really excited to be here, from the high school coaches to our administration to you guys having me here. I was just talking off the air, but love watching the broadcast, but got to be in person. Yeah. Got to be in person, but the broadcast has been great, and just excited for what we've got going on up at Bismarck State and the future.
I know you were talking about various jobs you have. I wanted to ask you what really drew you to this and the whole interview process. Was it something you saw right away and said, I gotta go try and interview, this is a fit for me?
Yeah, so really it turned into, we knew, okay, they're in the Frontier. Football is a possibility, and then I start looking online, like, how do you beat this team?
Yeah.
And you're going to see them in recruiting, and, you find out, and then you start 30 minutes later, you're like, oh, man, look at the facilities, look at the town, look at the area, know the conference very well. Some people called me the great value Lane Kiffin for going in conference.
Hey, I love that.
That's awesome.
So I thought that was funny, but
awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on now. Let's get Lane and I here together. So,
yes.
But it's been great. And so you start looking at the job of how do you beat them, how do you get after them, and how do you beat them in recruiting, and then how do I get this job? And it's, I don't know, it's a little different of we won't play this fall Saturdays, and so I've been playing football since first grade, so that'll be different, but I'm excited for it. And so you just started looking at it, and then I was like, okay, I need to try to figure out how to get this, and it's been great from the administration and the support, and everybody's on board of doing this the right way. Sometimes when places add sports, they need it to keep the doors open.
Sure.
I truly believe that Bismarck State wants football. I think Bismarck wants football. There's a conference right here. There's the rivalries already here, and so now we've got to do it the right way.
Talk a little bit about, because there's a lot of building happening out at Bismarck State. Tell us a little bit about this fantastic venue. You showed me some photos of what the locker room might potentially look like. I mean, man.
Yeah. So, right now with everything on campus, I walk, first couple weeks I would sit there and just walk around campus and get lost and what's this, what's that, and but just the great campus feel you get. I'm excited to see the campus in late spring, summer, fall. A lot of trees around, and the Bavindick Center, $40 million center that you walk into it. I sneak in there. I think they think I'm working there right now. As much as I'm in there.
Where's the nails? Where's the
I just walk around with a clipboard and act like I'm checking stuff.
Smart.
So the specs on the rotary girders and all those things.
Tommy Boy reference. Oh my, I love it.
Yeah. But no, it's from the basketball court to wrestling to the suites and rock climbing wall for students, and new weight room. There's roughly about 8 yards of turf width-wise and about 35 yards long, and that spans the whole weight room. And what they're doing, I mean, you walk in and you just go, there's not a facility like this in small college athletics, and so we're excited for it. And then the relationship down at the bowl, with high school teams and things like that, the community with youth football being played there, and so I'm excited for that. I absolutely love that, and so just working with the community on those things, but being in the Armory, and you show even our recruits of, hey, this was the basketball arena, and then you walk them over to the new Bavindick Center. These are football players, you know, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is unreal. So, you're in a little bit of an awe to just see what the state, what the community, what the school's putting into athletics, and also the academic side of things, to go from a 2-year to a 4-year, and guys, for us getting
it's so awesome.
Getting hands-on jobs and majors, and so I'm just excited for it. I really am, and our staff. We've got some of our staff here, and we've hit the ground running in recruiting, and we're kind of in a frat house right now. They're all living with me. And they go back to see their families in Billings, and it's been good. It's been fun. It's been a whirlwind, but I'm excited for it.
Talk a little bit about recruiting, because you recruited a kid already, and he's one of my favorites on the basketball court. I haven't watched him too much in football. Nupa Kirky.
Yeah.
He comes out Thursday night with the hair of the century. It was blonde with the stars, and he's going to cover that up with a helmet playing for you for the Mystics. But when he came out with that hair, I'm like, okay, I'm already his #1 fan. That's awesome. But like with kids like Nupa coming into this program, tell us a little bit about the recruiting.
You know, the biggest part when I got hired around middle of December, it's a tough spot because I'm sitting there and a lot of coaching changes happen in December, but I'm thinking in my mind, man, I gotta talk to the team, I gotta get grades going, I gotta hire staff, and then I'm like, wait, I'm a one-man show right now, and so. It was
I can't
great.
imagine.
Well, it's been a little weird sometimes.
Yeah.
It's been a little weird. I'm used to winter conditioning right now and getting ready for spring ball, and I'm sitting there watching golf in the office, but recruiting. You can only talk to so many kids during the day.
Yeah.
But we've I wanted to get out in the local community. That's where we will always start. I think there's great football here in Bismarck and surrounding areas, and so wanted to make sure that we found some local talent that was still available. And some other guys were already set on other places, and that's fine. We want guys that want to be a part of what we're doing, and it's a little different for kids as well because, hey, we're going to practice and lift and run, but we're not going to play on next Saturdays in the fall. And so with him, just kind of watching film and going, man, this is a tough kid. He's a tough runner.
I got to call some games, and he looks.
And he's
tough.
put together. And then
really
I watched him on the court, and first thing I saw was he's first in line. His leadership. He's a quiet kid. I told him, I said, I can't. Your hair is not really fitting what your personality is.
Yeah.
But just seeing him on the court and being around him, and then the ability to say, hey, you can stay close to home.
Yeah.
That was huge, and so we were excited about him, and then some other guys, and now right now it's kind of been watching. Okay, who's the juniors coming up, and trying to get early on them and get them to campus here later in the spring, and so it's been good.
Coach, welcome to North Dakota basketball.
I was in the parking lot. I pull up in the parking lot, and I'm sitting there going, do I really need to go inside? Because these people are tailgating out here.
Yeah.
Let's get. I'm a common folk guy.
Let's
Let's go out with them and do that. But
they just opened the doors.
Just running in.
And
I love
people
it.
this is like my girlfriend when Target opens up. She's just sprinting in the door. Look at this. You were telling me about your time in Montana, but look at how excited people are for high school sports.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal, and that's. I've lived kind of in this part of the country for, I'm 37, so 20 out of my 37 years roughly, and it's been good to see the support, and I'm just excited to get these guys in green and get them up to the bowl and get them on campus.
Appreciate your time, Coach.
I'm ready to go to
so
a
much.
game.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm ready now. Let's go.
Absolutely.
PSP might have to go to a Mystic football game.
we're
Might
gonna
have to
have
figure this
to.
out.
Come on up. We'll stop.
I want a
We'll
tour
stop
of
you.
everything.
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
Make sure you check out Coach Stutz. They won't be playing this year, but the year after, building a fantastic facility. And thank you again for your time, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
We'll be back with Coach Newman from the University of Mary's women's program.
Mystic. With a real college experience in the heart of the capital city, we do college right. We're hands-on learning and real-world training, and we're right on the money. We are Bismarck State College. We are Mystic Nation.
Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Well, the greatness continues here on Primetime. Rick Newman, head coach for the girls basketball team at University of Mary. Congratulations on a great season, truly. How's it felt to have this kind of season?
Well, thanks so much for having me. I don't know if I've ever had greatness associated with Rick Newman in the same sentence here, right? But I appreciate it contextually speaking there, right? We did have a really great year. We were very fortunate to have some great senior leadership in Cassie Erickson out of Grafton, North Dakota, and quite frankly, a team that we knew internally could have some real success, but at least externally within the league, we were picked 6th overall in the league. And so, yes, so to finish above that and get a bye and play in the semifinals and set a program record for the NCAA era that we're in now with 23 wins, have the Player of the Year in Bergen Kinnebrew, have from right here in Bismarck, North Dakota, we all know Bergen, to have Allison Unland from Mohall, North Dakota be another first-team all-conference player. Those two being first-team all-conference make the University of Mary women's basketball team have the longest streak of first-team all-conference players here in the Northern Sun. So a lot to be proud of, and perilously today still sitting on that NCAA bubble as the last team in, hoping for some good things to go our way in a couple other league tournaments that help make up our region. So today is kind of a nerve-wracking day for sure.
Well, I want to know what the plan is for Selection Sunday. Do you get everyone together? Do you get a meal? What's the plan to try and get together and hopefully be celebrating your bid?
Right. Well, the first thing we'll do is I got to thank you guys here, but we're going to practice this morning, so I get to be a little bit late for that, right? So that's good. Yep. But we're going to practice this morning, and then we'll monitor games this afternoon. It's a pretty simple formula for us. In the Great American Conference, the number 1 seed, Harding, they are the team that's above us and safely in the NCAA tournament. The 2 teams playing as the 2 and 3 seeds over there are in the semifinals. Those are the teams that are right behind us. So one of those is going to get bounced, obviously. But if Harding wins today, which hopefully they do, then that survives us for another day. If Harding would lose in that semifinal, then that means there'll be a bid steal in that league, and then we would be the team that's out. So
you're a big Harding.
Huge Harding.
Big Harding.
Let's go Harding. Told the team today the order of cheering today is Harding, Bismarck High girls basketball. So if we can figure that out and get that order to happen, we'll have a good day.
Well, I talked to Bergen yesterday, same spot you're sitting in today, and she was so well-spoken and talked a lot about how this team is a true team, a lot of family stuff. But, Coach, it feels like we're living in the golden age of girls basketball, truly, when Caitlin Clark kind of started. But now I came to a University of Mary game. The house was packed for your guys' games. And talk a little bit about how you've seen girls basketball develop into this great thing where people are like, okay, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I remember just, a handful of years ago when the summer basketball circuit had 2 teams from North Dakota, and it was kind of the kids from Jamestown and East played on one team and from Jamestown and West played on another. Sure. And you could go to a gym and just follow those. And now we have kids playing on the national scene in different AAU programs, and it's been really fun to follow that. And then when you see some players, and I'll forget a bunch of them, but you see local players, go on and have some success, then that brings more recruiting into the state, more visibility. The young girls that have grown up and followed these kids. I mean, and you're right, at our games we have kids behind us that have been going to camps at Mary forever, and they're cheering and high-fiving, and it really is great. And I think especially in the state of North Dakota, here in Bismarck, Mandan, you're going to see a packed house tonight to watch girls basketball. Probably the best story I have about it, guys, is that, we've got some girls from the cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul on our team, and they all came over Christmas break to watch Grace and the Demons play a game, right? That was cool of them. Yeah. And these girls are looking at me and they say, in Bismarck High Gym versus Legacy, they're like, Coach, is this a normal crowd for a high school game? Yeah, I was like, well, actually, it's a little light because the students are on Christmas break, but the fans, it's full. And she's like, yeah, we got 25 people at a game in Minneapolis, and we're, doing cartwheels. So, you're really fortunate for people that grow up in North Dakota and Bismarck, Mandan to play in front of so many fans.
Well, you talked a little bit about it there, but your daughter Grace, she plays on this Bismarck High team, 16 points yesterday. How does it feel as a coach to come to a game and just watch her? And is there a lot of nervous anxiety about that? Or tell us a little bit about watching your daughter play, who is a good player.
Well, thank you very much. She loves the game. She's worked hard. I mean, I remember a time when she was in middle school and she was 5'2", and I was like just hoping she'd make a varsity team. And then she had this 6-inch growth spurt before her freshman year, and next thing you know, it's taken off, and she benefits from some great coaches there. Bill Shetler, he's a friend of mine. Our sons are the same age. He coaches our son's travel team. Katie Reichman is on their staff. She played for us at UMary, so she's just a great mentor to have for Grace. And then Rich Hovland, I coached against Rich Hovland back when I was the girls coach at St. Mary's, and he was the girls coach at Bismarck High. So a lot of history with that staff, and they do a great job. But it is nerve-wracking because you don't have any control, right? Like when you're in the stands, you're just watching, and that's probably good that I don't have control. control of that team because, who knows if I know what I'm doing, right? But she's in good hands. But it's a different animal, and I try to just be joyful, right? Like, how lucky am I that, my wife and I get to watch her compete and do something that she loves and play a game that's important to our family, too. My brother-in-law was a Mr. Basketball finalist and a great player himself. And, so basketball's kind of something that our families have grown up with, and it's just fun to see her getting that experience here, too.
The best part of yours right now, and you kind of echoed it right there. It's an emotional thing. Talking to Coach Darren Mattern after the game, he got emotional talking about things you overcome as a head coach, and you nailed that. I mean, it's March Madness. You were taking a video, all these people sprinting in here to get a spot. But do we have some picks tonight you want to share? Or what do you think is going to happen in those championships? Because it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight.
It is.
Can the Majets get it
Put
done?
them on the spot?
Yeah,
well,
right?
I know.
I'll tell you this much. If the Majets shoot like they did yesterday, it's hard to beat them, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone has to focus on Lily Bell for the right reasons. And so just depends on the level of help you give, and then you're taking a chance. And if you can fly around and rotate and get back to some kids, and I've seen a Nate Wellstead coach team do that very well last year. Nate, another great basketball guy, he's a Marauder. His son Nash is on that same travel team that I talked about, right?
He was in your shooting yesterday, the fourth grade. He had 6 threes. I was rebounding for him. Like, who is this?
He's a walking bucket in the 5th grade travel league too. So it's fun to have some of your best friends in life that are coaching your kids, but also coaching against each other and in the city, and so many connections that we have, and that's great. But I talked about it yesterday, but teams, they're just not ready for how well Century can guard you. Yeah. And they play them twice a year, right? Yeah. And they're just really talented on the defensive end. They just grind it out. They get into you. They guard. They know who to help. They get back. Like, they're really good, and they'll have a great game plan. But Minot is uber talented on the offensive end, and when they get some outside shots to go, like you saw in the second half yesterday, they're just really hard to beat.
Coach Newman, appreciate your time today.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a shout out because, it's like the PSP network has just revolutionized basketball in our state. And as a guy, people forget about that all the time. Whether you're coaching high school basketball or college basketball, like, you spend way more time with other people's kids than your own, right? Yeah. And so for me to be on the road so much in the winter, to have the opportunity to listen to you guys and to watch streaming broadcasts that are, the production level is off the charts, but to have that opportunity to watch my daughter when I'm sitting in a hotel room in Mankato, Minnesota, I don't know if I could coach at Mary if I didn't have you guys to put that broadcast out there so that I could feel like a part of it. And then we get to watch the replays together back home and talk about things, and to hear you guys just what you do for our state and for these local athletes. It's unbelievable, guys. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and remind you that save me a spot on the roster for when my days are done, because I'd love to join this group.
Hey, there you go. I'm writing that down.
I might have a new favorite coach in basketball. I'm sorry. I might have
stories like that. That's why we do it.
That's why we do it.
We hear stories. That's why.
Yeah. As far as I could tell, the only bad decision you guys have made in the last few years is hiring Joe Cattell. So I don't know, but if we can get that rectified, good.
Joe, still come to work today, though.
We'll see you in a little bit,
Joe.
Well, good luck tomorrow. I hope you guys get in. If not, fantastic year. So fun to watch.
Thank you so much, guys.
Good luck.
We'll be back with our closing thoughts right here in Prime.
Prime Time on PSP Network is proudly brought to you by AE Construction Management. AE Construction Management and General Contracting. They build more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction in North Dakota. They build with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project safe and on time. Build better with AECM. Call Tim today at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com. Primetime is also brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure and Spas, etc. It is time to bring a spa to your home. Locations in Minot and Bismarck with a massive inventory and a next-level sales team. They can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. Prime Time on PSP Network brought to you by AE Construction Management, Magic City Home Leisure, and Spas, etc.
I'm going to be here from the PSP Primetime desk all day interviewing all different types of legends from the WDA. Make sure you tune in. We're about to watch a clip from Logan Nisley, who flew in last night to surprise her brother Garrett. Awesome. She's still on the Nebraska Cornhuskers roster. They're trying to get into the tournament as well. But you can find interviews like this and more on PSP Plus. Make sure you buy your package today. Oh, by the way, we're going to have great basketball on PSP Plus. Head to psp.network. Buy your package there today. We sincerely appreciate it. Now check out this clip from yesterday's interview with Logan Nisley. You leave Omaha, Nebraska early this morning. You got back late last night with the Cornhuskers. Did we surprise your brother Garrett by making it here?
We did. He said he had a feeling, but I don't think he did. I think he just didn't want to admit he was surprised.
Well, tell me a little bit about Nebraska. How has it been going this year? I know you got a big selection Sunday coming up, but catch us up to speed.
Yeah, it's been good. We've kind of had our peaks and valleys a little bit this year. I mean, obviously we know the Big Ten Conference is, in my opinion, the best conference in the country. And so you play a top 25 team night in and night out. And so we've had our peaks and valleys. You know, we went on a run and then we went on a losing streak. And so unfortunately we lost in the Big Ten tournament. So it's kind of bittersweet the fact that I am here to watch. But yeah, we'll just twiddle our thumbs, pray, and hope teams lose. And then we'll find out next Sunday if we make the big dance or not.
Appreciate Logan's time on that one. So make sure you join us here on PSP Plus. One of the last ones of the season. It's time for BG's Top 5.
Here it is. We're going with things I saw from day 2. I'm going to start with Macy Newmiller, Jamestown. It was great to see her respond. She struggled on Thursday. The emotions came out. To watch someone respond like that, the way she did, 31 points, 11 for 11 from the free throw line. Great game. Jamestown defeats St. Mary's. Moves to the first game of the day here. That's big time. I'm going to give a little love out east. I got to go to Cheyenne, what they did, what they accomplished. Beating the 1 seed, West Fargo Horse, a team that averages 88 points. Cheyenne holds them to 68. They move into the EDC championship versus West Fargo. I mean, what a big-time win that was. And then Bismarck High and Century take 3. I mean, we get the third one. Watching those two teams yesterday, the pace and the ball pressure and the defense, the communication, it's terrific. We're in store for something very special tonight. Freshmen from Century, the girls.
Oh.
It was special. Watching Tegan Schmidt into that role, rise up and to the challenge that Coach Wellstead presented her. Kinley Thornton and Wellstead really bounced back, played extremely well. These 3 we're going to talk about for a very long time. And then the ham sandwiches made a return, man. It was just like WDA hockey again. I walked in, you should have seen the smile on my face. The tangy mustard, the ham, the fluffy buns. Egg salad was in there. I don't know if Mr. Holberg saw those, but they were in there. I'm sure he knew. When egg salad's around, he knows. Ham sandwiches made a return. That was big time.
Well, we appreciate everybody for joining us here on Primetime throughout the season. And if you're going to come to the game tonight, I think you need to get here
now
ASAP, Rocky, because it is filling up rather quick. For Bryce Gudek, myself, Dallas Hanson, Owen Patterson on production, thank you to all our guests, Rick Newman and Coach Stutz. Fantastic guests for a fantastic game they call basketball. We'll see you tonight on PSP Plus for the championship night here from the Event Center in Bismarck, North Dakota. Appreciate you.
9 lunch specials? That's right, $9.99 from 11 to 2. Come dine for just $9.99. Short on time? Order online. Still just $9.99. Stop by and check out Wing City's new menu items as well. Remember, come dine for $9.99. Short on time? Order online. Still only $9.99. Enjoy a lunch so fine for only $9.99. Wing City, for the best wings in Bismarck.
Mystic. With a real college experience in the heart of the capital city, we do college right. We're hands-on learning and real-world training, and we're right on the money. We are Bismarck State College. We are Mystic Nation.